plausibly, probably.
Cheers.
Thanks, fellas.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Roy on the Road. Thank you for joining me. I am in St Patrick's Park in Dublin. That behind me, that's St Patrick's Cathedral. So last night I was just surfing the net and I found something that got me really surprised. The Four Corners of Hell. Sounds pretty freaky, doesn't it? Well, Dublin has, or did have, a Four Corners of Hell, and it is geographically about 300 meters the far side of that big cathedral there. I thought, do you know what? Let's go see what it's all about. Enjoy the video, guys, and thanks very much for joining me. So the Four Corners of Hell no longer exist, okay? But there is a pub behind me called the Fourth Corner. I think that would be a great spot to explain what the Four Corners of Hell are all about. Okay, guys, I'm in the Four Corners of Hell. Yeah, I am. This is it. Well, it's not it. It's where it was. So to explain, the Four Corners of Hell featured a pub on each of four corners where four roads met. Those four roads still meet. So we've got New Street, Patrick Street, Kevin Street, and Dean Street. Where I'm right now, the Four Corners was previously called Nash's, and before that it was actually called Quinn's, albeit Quinn's was a completely different pub. It was demolished and rebuilt. So I'm not in the pub where it all kicked off, but I am in the spot where one of the pubs. What made the place so notorious, and I'll quote here: "Revelers from rival neighbourhoods or families would pour out onto the streets when the pubs shut and would settle old scores and new disputes with their fists." Yeah, this was a rough neighbourhood. This was a rough old neighbourhood. The four pubs concerned: Kenny's, Quinn's, to say where I am, O'Bairne's and Lowe's. What gets me for a trouble hotspot was we're in the shadow of St Patrick's Cathedral. And Ireland was a massively religious country throughout the 50s and certainly on to the 80s. I do recall when Pope John Paul came to visit and when there was a meltdown. Things have changed a great deal and people no longer fight here at the Four Corners. It's no longer called the Four Corners of Hell, and religion has lost its status somewhat. There's one more pub over yonder. It's not one of the original sites, but I'm going to pop over and see if I can find someone of a certain age that might have some recollection of what the Four Corners of Hell were like when they were at their prime. So there was Kenny's. That was Kenny's there. And then over there, that was Lowe's. There you go. You could see why problems would break out with rival families so close to one another, a few pints of beer on them. And of course here is where I've just come out of. That one was Quinn's. And finally got the three corners sorted out, but one corner is no more. Road widening scheme means that there's where O'Bairne's was no longer. Demolished, everything. Row of houses gone. A modern hotel right over there behind it. Okay, there's a Fallon's up here, and I'm very interested in a pub called Fallon's, so let's try. And the ironic thing is, it looks like it's got some serious age on it as well. There you go. Looks the part, doesn't it? The Capstan Bar, John Fallon. Telephone and toilets reserved for customer use only. How many people must need a telephone so urgently? Not anymore. Yeah.
Just there.
And what was over there?
He had a shop.
Right. And it was that dodgy, it was that rough that they had to...
Yeah, well, around here was very, very dodgy back then. Right. There was huge amounts of robbery and assault and all sorts of different things, you know.
Wow.
So he wouldn't take the money from that shop over to here or vice versa. So we'd go down through a tunnel and up here. And he was quite a well-known guy. He was a tough guy, you know.
And you think the tunnel's still there?
And the tunnel's still there, yeah.
Thanks for that, pal. It's good. It's good. Well, absolute result. Nice bunch of people, a little bit camera shy. One chap's just explained I'm really unlucky that the old boy that's normally in here that knows everything about the four corners of hell is not in today, which is unfortunate. But he's told me about there used to be a tunnel underneath Fallon's here to the other side of the road because the owner had a shop over there and it was that dodgy that he had to go under the tunnel to get the take-ins and transfer the money from the pub to the shop and vice versa. He didn't want to cross the road with the cash, to give you some idea. So it's a bit more than a bit of good old-fashioned fisticuffs, as the expression went. It was a proper rough neighbourhood. This is a really nice pub. It's full of locals and cheap pint and friendly bunch. Yeah, this is what Dublin's all about. Fallon's first impression, nice pub, nice people, happy to help me out and tell me a bit about the four corners of hell. Oh wow, that was lovely. That was lovely. I met two guys in there, three guys in there actually. Phil and Hugh are the two that I can recall their names, but either way, really, really nice chaps and enjoyed the pint with them. Full of information. A proper thing about Dublin, go in a pub and you meet there's no such thing as a stranger. It's a friend you've never yet met. So they recommended I pop up here. I forgot the name of the pub. They said go to Roy, don't get knocked over. And I think it's one more pint is in order and we'll head towards the Teeling Whiskey Distillery and the Guinness Warehouse, etc. But I'm not going to do those today. That's not going to happen. Just want to get a little bit more on the four corners of hell. And I suppose, yeah, I get it. I do get it. It's a bit rougher than what I was reading. Yeah, that's confirmed. This is rapidly turning into a pub crawl. So it's the Liberty Bell that they recommended. Nothing beats a recommendation from a local, does it? So heading up to the Liberty Bell. It is a Sunday, so everything is very quiet and closed today. But good to see the pubs are open. Look at this. Haha. Do you remember the video we made last summer? The trip to Kilkenny and the fisherman's thatched inn, yeah. And Sean the landlord who allowed me to pour my own pint, do you recall? Well, look what I've just found. This, if you're a tourist in this town, this would be a rare treat. Okay, $6.20 for a pint. That can't be bad, can it, for Dublin? So here it is, the Liberty Bell pub. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Loads of information here on Arthur Guinness, which is great because the Guinness storehouse is just around the corner. 3 to 4 hour tour, transport included. Ample phone opportunities, pint pudding, commemorative certificate, which I happen to have. Okay, and the Liberty Bell pub is one of the stops on the way because it's obviously got a connection with Arthur Guinness. I like it, and I like the pub. It's got a great vibe about it. Okay, it's a pub crawl video, guys. It's a pub crawl video. Tom Kennedy's is the next pub I'm heading to. It's a 4-minute walk away. Going to stay in this neighbourhood now, Dublin 8. Okay, Tom Kennedy's, what do you got for me? But the football's on in there. could get a bite to eat here, and I could do with a bite to eat, so let's do it. Thank you, sir. Cheers. Good day. See you again. Let's try this.
What up?
Hey, what's up, man? Come back. Anybody else? Looks good, doesn't it? What lovely people. Seriously, just all the guys at the bar staff, just salt of the earth. This is pint number 4 for me. I'm good for 6 this afternoon, and couldn't ask for more. 16 euros for a pint. I've got a nice toasted sandwich on its way, which comes with chips as well. So can't go wrong at the prices. But more importantly, just walk in, people see the camera, can have my picture taken with you, can I wave to you, you know, just, and friendly, you know, enjoy your food, and are you local, and yeah, it's just nice stuff. Just popped out to find the toilets, and found the little outside area. It's fine, isn't it? Tom Kennedy's, thank you very much. That was great. That was fun. That was a lovely pint. It really was. Friendly people and a nice bite to eat for an absolute pittance. So I want to stay close to the 4 corners of hell, which I'm going to rename the 4 corners of heaven, because things have moved on, things have changed, and it's a real friendly spot. Liberties might get a bit of a bad rap locally, but I think this is a great spot, a great part of town. The Christchurch is the next spot for me. A nice pint there, and it's heading back towards the 4 corners of hell, which is where I want to be. I think I made mention before that God was really popular in this country up until, well, not so very long ago, and here's the proof, because everywhere you look we have a church. Well, there she is, the Christchurch Inn. Looks good, doesn't it? Is there such thing as a bad Irish pub? That's the question. I think the answer is no. Let's do it. It's quiet. It's quiet. How you doing, bud? Okay. Thanks, fella. What do you think? What do you think? Quiet. Really? What has that pub done wrong? Because that is uncanny. Every pub so far today, you know, jammers, busy, hectic. I know the football's just ended, but yeah, everybody's not gone home. Okay, Christchurch was a miss, a bust. Let's find the next one somewhere in this area. You know, they would ring the bells to let the disciples know that it was church time. Can you imagine if pubs did the same with a number of pubs in Dublin? That would be fun, wouldn't it? That would be a real argument. Right, come on. 2 more pints in me, I'm sure of it. Lord Edward is just over here on the corner, so we'll do Lord Edward. It is kind of heading back towards Grafton Street and the Temple Bar type zone, but I think we'll still be okay. I don't think we're quite in Touristfield just yet. It's a great hike. Okay, that was a different experience again. Yeah, busy was good, sociable no, but yeah, changed. Right, okay, 1 more to go, 4's in the bag, and I think number 5 is going to be, I've got to get back towards the 4 corners of hell. Okay guys, there's George Street, and there is the very famous 747 sign. Now, it didn't have .ie written on the bottom of it all these years ago, but that sign's been there for a number of years. Okay, I'm going to head to the Snug. And again, it's one I've never ever tried before. I have driven past it so many times. Looks okay, doesn't it? We're talking about 500 metres away from St Patrick's Park. Sorry about that. This is very popular in Bristol, what I saw. There's not many houses left, it's not is that bad or good? Is that the posh part or the... Wow, guys, wow. The cheapest pub in inner city Dublin. €5.50 for a pint. $5.50. It's a Shangri-La. It's a shame it took me 6 pints to find it, but yeah, we're still in the we're still in the Four Corners of Hell neighbourhood. But at $5.50 a pint, how could you go wrong? Listen, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a bit of a mishmash. I didn't know where I was going with it, and obviously I've ended up on a bit of a session, but it's been really enjoyable. I met some great people today, I really have, and I think that's the great thing about Irish pub culture. You can just bump into people and just strike up a conversation. No problem again. And you won't see these people again ever, but it doesn't matter. You know, you've had a really nice sociable afternoon, and I certainly have. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the Four Corners to Hell, and I'll see you on the next video. Well, the Snug. $5.50 a pint. Seriously, we're talking country prices and better. I've got a new local. I'll see you again in the Snug.